noticed you in the pyramid were wearing a pink tracksuit with your APPAREL logo. I've never seen you in pink again after that, by the way.
I always looked like a piece of, what was the big square gum? Not bazooka.
Big
that was
chew?
like flat. I don't know, but it was a big old piece of bubble gum.
Yeah.
That's what I look like.
Oh, it was solos week, so everybody had a solo. Poor Paige. She, it was the one with the couch, City of Angels.
That costume was gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
When you're teaching a child in the room and you're teaching them this solo, they're not going to do it. They're going to fail miserably. So why put them in that situation? Let me take you out of dance moms for a minute. Let's go to a dance studio.
Yeah.
Any dance studio. The mother wants their kid to have a solo. I want my kid to have a solo. I want my kid to have a solo. What person on earth wants to put their kid out on a stage to be humiliated? Why wouldn't you wait, parents watching, parents listening, why would you want to put your child in that situation? Wait until the dance teacher comes to you and says, hey, your kid has great potential. They would benefit by some private lessons. I'm thinking about a cute little solo for them. They're 5, 6 years old. Let's try it. Let's see how it works. Go to a little, kind of a dinky competition local, and let's see how they do. That's what you wait for as a parent, for the teacher, the professional, the one in charge to come to you and say that. Now, if it's a money-making scam, no. Paige should never have been put in the situation to learn a dance in 2 days and go perform it. Now, I don't know Paige anymore, unfortunately, and that's very sad. She's the kind of kid I thought I would go to her high school graduation party. I would be at her bridal shower. I would go to her wedding. I really, truly thought that would be the one kid that I would stay close to. And maybe she's a whiz with a book. Sometimes kids can open a book and read it and they ace the test. Other kids have to be tutored, have to read the chapter 10 times, still get a C on the test.
Yeah.
So some kids are book smart. Other kids physically can watch something and pick it up like that. The ability to comprehend movement quickly is essential for a dancer. Period. And if you don't have that, don't be a professional dancer. Don't have that dream, because that's never going to happen. You go to a real audition, you learn a combo, you perform it right there for casting directors. You either are kept or you're asked to leave. It's that fast.
Yeah, and I mean, let's say even she wasn't on the show and she just still, was at the studio, she would have a couple months to learn a routine and it would probably be fabulous. And you had known what every one of those kids did best. And you tried your best to apply
Paige would have from
them.
September to, let's say, April to work on a routine. And her mother was the only one that sat in that studio. I'm not talking about the moms on the show. I'm talking about the only mother in the whole entire studio that came every day and had nothing else to do but sit on her ass and watch the kids in that studio. Not just her kid, but the other kids.
And would you say that that's because she had gone through your own training herself, so she knew that, I wish that my mom was here, or a parent to take notes and, maybe help apply that at home? Would you say that that was maybe part of it, or you just think that she didn't have it? You genuinely said she didn't have anything to do, but do you think part of it was, her just coming in with her own experience, like, you know what? I should be here. I should see every step of the way.
Because when she danced, and it was at the other studio, the parents could watch, but they didn't. The parents that actually stay there and watch are the parents of a 3, 4, 5-year-old where the class is 45 minutes or an hour.
Yeah.
And you don't have time to leave and go anywhere and come back. And we want you to watch.
Yeah.
So the kids have to change their shoes and they need help, or that type of thing. So I don't think it was that. I think that those kids, especially Brooke, was her life. Was her
And that's important.
life.
That's important.
I went away with them and was in the same room with them, and I was taking Brooke to some title pageant, and we would go to a different city because we'd hit it before her birthday, before she'd change ages and be in the next category.
Oh.
By the time they came to Pittsburgh, she'd be, let's say, 11. But she's 10 now, so let's go now, far away, spend a lot of money, go do this now, because she's still in the 9-10 age group. Or if we wait till they come to Pittsburgh, now that they've changed a lot of the rules, it's all as of January 1st, but it used to be when they came to your city.
Yeah.
So we went. She laid in the bed next to her child and did her makeup while she was still asleep.
Yeah, she did her kids' makeup. And I remember I saw something recently where she was sad that she didn't get to do one of their prom makeup, or there was an event, and Kelly had said that she was sad that she wasn't there to do her makeup, even now that the kids are older.
Like, she was nuts with Brooke, nuts. Now, Paige was in a stroller downstairs with my dad, or with somebody holding her, playing with her. It was like Kelly was out there dancing herself. And Kelly quit too soon. And Kelly didn't make it as a dancer. And she thought she could have. She was a pretty girl. She could have. And she never had that because she quit. Production never had the couch there for her to practice with.
Oh.
Until late in the game.
Gotcha.
Like, she probably got to practice with that sofa 2 or 3 times. The dance part at the beginning.
And sometimes that was intentional. The producers would do that.
Absolutely. It was intentional. And that's cruel.
You're announcing the group dance, and you announced it as My Last Text instead of The Last Text, which is one of your favorite and one of the fan favorite iconic group dances that you did on the show.
They wanted it to be My Last Text, and somebody was probably holding up a sign behind the camera saying My Last Text, and they would hold up what city we were going to.
So there were cue cards.
And where the competition was. Just for those 3 things. The title, the city, the name of the competition. And little known fact, we didn't know where we were going all the time.
Oh.
So I had to shoot that with 3 different titles of a competition and 3 different cities.
You see, you
Bump,
heard it.
Bump, there you go.
You heard it here first on Leave It on the Dance Floor. That is something that we have never heard. I've been with you at how many events, how many Q&As, never heard that before.
You never asked me.
No. So there we go.
There were cue cards because it was 3 different competitions, like blah, 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 and star crap, right?
Yeah.
So they would hold up one with the city with the name of the competition and then the name of the routine. So the name of the routine, I probably just said The Last Text, My Last Text, Our Last Text. I probably just did it different ways.
Yeah.
And the editing screwed up and had me saying it My Last Text, but I probably said it different ways.
Do you even know where you got that car seat? Like, was that just a prop that they picked up for you? Did you have to buy it? Did you bring it from Pittsburgh?
No, I didn't bring it from Pittsburgh. I didn't buy it. They went and got that late in the game because you see us using the mats, the acrobatic mats, and we're holding one panel of the mat up to be like the back of the seat.
True.
Right.
Okay, so...
Again, had the car seat been there at the beginning, it would have been faster to get the choreography done.
You say that Paige is beautiful to look at and has the most important part because she's the driver of this dance.
She was the driver, and she, at the end, she's dead. When the car, on impact, she's dead. So you don't know she's dead until Maddie goes to shake her like, why are you frozen here? And then her head lolls to the side that she broke her neck when the car hit. What the chin stand and all that was in the middle, I don't know. That was probably to shut her mother up. I would have rather her had just nothing and she just sat there. Not because she couldn't do anything, but because when the driver of the car, many times there's fatalities in an accident, a fatal accident.
Upon impact.
But the driver walks away and everybody else in the car dies.
So you switched it up.
Well, I just wanted to make it that we didn't realize that she was dead.
Kathy's blown away, says that at first she saw this crappy car seat that probably came off of Christy's front porch, she said. Then she was taken, she was... speechless at how good it was. Then you had said, which I really felt, and you've spoken to me about this a lot, how when it was silent, that was one of the best moments of your life. And you've had those moments many times.
You know what? I'm sitting here thinking, we're doing a podcast so people listen with their ears, right? And the number ended, and I just was going to say, I heard it. I heard the silence. I heard the gasp. I heard the awe. It's like, you hear it.
Yeah.
And it's silent. And sometimes silence is golden, People don't know whether to clap because a bunch of kids just got killed in a car accident. Do you clap? Do you standing ovation? Do you not clap? Is it rude? What do you do? When you don't know what to do, I won.